How's everyone doing? It's a Blu-ray mail day. I just got this box in the mail. There are 6 titles in here, and they're all from MillCreek. And if you've seen these movies, definitely let me know what you think of them, and let me know which one of these is your favorite as well. Leave those comments down below. And there's 5 Blu-rays and 1 DVD. And the reason I got the DVD was because they didn't have any more of the Blu-ray left, and I really wanted to check it out. So let's go ahead and get into it. Throw the box over yonder. MillCreek, for a long time, they were, a studio well known for putting out, budget buys, a lot of like TV shows and cartoons and stuff like that, multi-packs, 50 films, 100 films, stuff like that. And they have come a long way. I think they're amazing, actually. They're saving a lot of films from kind of obscurity and giving films that had never had a Blu-ray release for the first time. And they're doing some really good restoration, especially on the TV shows, but their packaging is amazing, has become awesome. I look at some of these slipcovers and I'm thinking, like, these are slipcovers that from, other cult genre studios, the charge for it would be, triple the amount at least, if not more. And their slipcovers have actually gotten even better. I really love the VHS retro slipcovers that they have. I grew up in the VHS rental era, mom and pop stores like that. I remember Captain Home Video, Joe's Video, Easy Video going there. I'm just being, especially for horror, I was a big horror fan. Still is my favorite genre by far, but as a kid, I was just enthralled by the VHS horror artwork and just wanted to check it out. My parents wouldn't let me, so I'd sneak downstairs late at night and watch it, the movies, and get nightmares. Still want to see more though. But I digress. Let's go ahead and get into these. I am really excited. First up is The Babe. This is from, I want to say early 90s. And I remember seeing this a while ago, and I'm looking forward to revisiting it. But one thing I want to say again, the slipcovers, they're glossy now. Before they used to be, just kind of like a regular slipcover essentially, but the gloss really adds a really high quality feel to it and a really nice look as well. Has a really nice sheen to it and just pops a little bit more of the colors, the vibrancy of it. But again, I love the looks of these retro VHS slipcovers. Even the look of the spines, I dig it so much. But yeah, John Goodman plays Babe Ruth, and this is directed by Arthur Hiller, who I am a fan of a lot of his work, but I did just recently watch Love Story, which is considered to be one of the greatest romance movies of all time, and I just could not get into that one. I didn't think it was anything stand out at all, except for like the score. I don't know, that was one that really kind of surprised me. Maybe it was more of a product of its time. The public wanted to see something somewhat heartwarming, emotional, Vietnam going on and stuff like that during that time period, but I don't know, I just wanted so much more from that. I didn't think it was anything special. Beautiful release though, for it. But Arthur Hiller also directed In-Laws, Taking Care of Business with James Belushi. He did a bunch of really great comedy movies too. Silver Streak and See No Evil, Hear No Evil with Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor. He also directed The Hospital with George C. Scott. Really enjoyed the heck out of that one. But this one right here was, all about Babe Ruth, him, from a kid and growing up, and just all of his ways of drinking and womanizing, and, him being this great star, but also, kind of letting people down around him. And, he was, married twice. And I remember, really enjoying this one as a kid, but also remember thinking, like, I wanted to hear more about some other players and how, they were involved and things like that. But I'm looking forward to revisiting this one. It also has Kelly McGillis in here too. Let me know what your favorite Arthur Hiller movie is, and let me know what your favorite John Goodman movie is too. He's been around for a long time. Anybody remember King Ralph? That's one I'd like to see get a Blu-ray release. I remember liking that a lot as a kid. I want to say it came out, within this few year range of The Babe. But I really liked him in some, he's done a lot of Coen Brothers stuff. Big Lebowski, of course. Barton Fink, but I really enjoyed him in some of the newer roles he's been in too, like even Flight with Denzel. I loved his role in that one. But 10 Cloverfield Lane, he was so good in that one. I like to see him do more darker roles like that. And let me know what your favorite baseball movie is. There's a ton of really great ones. In fact, Kevin Costner's been in a few of them. He was in Bull Durham, Field of Dreams, For the Love of the Game, a ton of other great classic movies, but just those baseball ones. He was also in Draft Day, Tin Cup. So he's done a lot of sports movies, Kevin Costner. Field of Dreams is one of my all-time favorite movies, top 20 for me. But there's a ton of tremendous baseball movies out there. And let me know, what is your favorite baseball movie? Is it The Babe? I remember John Goodman's performance being sometimes a little bit over the top, heavy-handed. The accent as well was kind of like a little bit all over the place, but still an entertaining film. A lot of nostalgia for me. All these ones have a lot of nostalgia, except for, I think there's only 2 in here that I haven't seen. The ones that I've seen just ooze with nostalgia, but even one of the ones that I haven't seen just makes me, that time period transports me back, and it makes me think of all those movies during that time. But looking forward to revisiting this childhood favorite of mine. Next up is Gorillas in the Mist. I remember watching this one as a kid. Sigourney Weaver was nominated for an Oscar for her performance here, and I think this got a bunch of Oscar nominations. But I remember the score being really good for this one. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I just remember that. I just remember the feel in the jungles and the African mountains. She's there to study the gorillas, based off of true story, and anthropologist Diane Fossey, played by Sigourney Weaver. So it's a biopic. I remember it being really tragic and emotionally heartfelt and moving, the way that it plays out by the end. So she's trying to save the gorillas as well from poachers and animal traders and stuff like that. And I remember Sigourney Weaver just being excellent in this role, kind of like the driving force, and you just really feel that bond between her and the gorillas. I remember just thinking it felt very natural, and tremendous actress. Of course, she was Ripley in the Aliens franchise. Just such an iconic role. When I think of her, I always think of that role. She's been in a ton of stuff, but such a phenomenal, strong female lead there. Just an iconic character with Ripley. This also stars Brian Brown, who is a really good Australian actor. But I always think of him from the movie Cocktail with Tom Cruise and Elizabeth Shue. I loved his role and performance there. He was good here too. But I'm looking forward to revisiting this one as well. Really nice, again, glossy slipcover. And yeah, I will say one thing too. I love that they have different artwork underneath. So that's another nice added touch. I'll go ahead and show you the disc artwork too. I'll go ahead and show you the Babe. And again, I love that. Just if you're a physical media fan, you'll definitely appreciate, all the fine touches and fine tuning that go into these releases, the little things like that, the slipcover, different artwork underneath. I really enjoy that. Again, it's not just the front right there too, the back, the spines. I love it. Next up is one that I remember loving as a kid. Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, with Sylvester Stallone and Estelle Getty. I remember they were from New Jersey. She goes to visit him in California, and she takes no nonsense guff. Of course she's from Jersey, but he's a police detective in California. When she goes to visit him, she's really overbearing, sharing stories about him being a little kid, wetting his bed, all kinds of crazy, ridiculous things like that, getting involved in his love life, which is crazy as well. Which is Jo Beth Williams in here. Jo Beth Williams, she was, of course, in the Poltergeist movies. She's been in a bunch of stuff, really talented actress, Kramer vs. Kramer as well. But yeah, so she goes there to California, and she right away witnesses a murder. So she becomes embroiled in this investigation, and she has this little dog that she carries everywhere with her too, this little Yorkie. This is just a really fun action comedy movie. You know what you're getting yourself into with this one. Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. There's the other. I love that artwork too. That's awesome with the little dog down there. This is directed by Roger Spottiswoode, who directed a few action movies, comedy movies. He did Turner and Hooch, which I would also love to see get a US Blu-ray release. He also directed Terror Train with Jamie Lee Curtis and David Copperfield. It's a slasher movie. But yeah, so this one right here is just a cheesy fun time. You know what you're getting yourself into with a movie like this. The title, you see the shots right there. I remember being a cheesy fun time, and I can't wait to revisit this one. Another one that I remember really enjoying as a kid. So it's really cool to see, like, a lot of these ones are ones that I grew up watching. So I'm definitely souped to see these get Blu-ray releases with beautiful slipcovers, new transfers, and a lot of times they don't have a lot of special features on MillCreek releases, though. That's like my only minor criticism. But again, to see these ones get Blu-ray releases when they didn't have Blu-ray releases before, or things that might have been out of print, and again, the slipcovers, I definitely appreciate that. And again, definitely an upgrade over some really old DVDs. Breach is one that I have not seen. This is directed by Billy Ray, who I know has done a lot of writing from major films, screenplays, and things like that. I think he worked on like Hunger Games, Overlord. Trying to think of a few other ones. Captain Phillips. There's been a bunch of stuff that he's done writing-wise, but this is a spy thriller is what it sounds like. I really like the cast here with Chris Cooper, Ryan Philippe, Lauren Linney, and there's a few other recognizable people in here too. Dennis Haysbert, Kathleen Quinlan. But yeah, this one sounds really intriguing. This is one I've wanted to see for a while, actually. This is based off of the true story about the greatest security breach in U.S. intelligence history. I guess there's, a spy, and there's this top secret investigation going on. They're trying to draw out this double agent that's been, deep cover. And it's kind of like a, back and forth game, cat and mouse game, spy versus spy. So this is one that I've been wanting to check out for a while, and I am definitely excited for this. It looks, very suspenseful. I remember seeing the trailer for it when it came out, and I like these kind of, spy thrillers, especially, double agent, secret agent, stuff like that. And the cast here is phenomenal, so definitely excited for this. Next up is one that I'm definitely happy for. This is the My Girl double feature, My Girl 1 and My Girl 2. Same director on both, Howard Ziff. And the first one, I remember as a little kid watching this, getting a little choked up. It was definitely emotionally moving, heartfelt, both coming-of-age movies. The first one was Anna Chomsky's acting debut. So I thought she was really good in these roles. I remember she took like a long hiatus from acting. I think she just started acting again like a few years ago. But the first one also has, Dan Aykroyd, Jamie Lee Curtis, Macaulay Culkin. And basically Dan Aykroyd is a widower, and he owns like a funeral home, and Jamie Lee Curtis works there, and he has a crush on her. And, Anna Chomsky, is a tomboy, and Macaulay Culkin, essentially, has a big crush on her, and they go palling around and hanging out. And I just remember the ending, pulls at the heartstrings. But I remember just loving that one as a kid. The second one, I don't really remember. This one has Austin O'Brien, who was in Last Action Hero. Again, Jamie Lee Curtis, Anna Chomsky, Dan Aykroyd. And then this one also, she goes to stay with her uncle, Richard Masur, who was in John Carpenter's The Thing. He's been in a ton of great movies, great character actor. But yeah, also Christine Ebersole's in here too. She's trying to find out more about her mother. And of course, there's another, budding romance story there, kind of more of a coming of age. So definitely looking forward to, I'm not sure if I even saw the second one. I'm trying to think, like, did I see it or not? I might have, but if I did, I just don't remember at all. But the first one I remember, vividly. I remember, just the way that it made me feel. This one was from 1991. This was from 1994. I remember this one being like a classic as a kid. So looking forward to revisiting possibly both. I'm not sure if I even saw the second one. I might have if I did. I definitely remember it being a thing, but I just don't remember for sure if I saw it. But yeah, this is really good double feature. I hope they do more of these double features. See, I'm a fan of double features and things like that when they're in the same franchise. When there are, multiple ones like, different movies, that's when I don't know how to put it on my shelf, how do I catalog it, but I'm very happy with this. And the lone DVD, they didn't have the Blu-ray for it, but I wanted to check it out. It looked intriguing. I checked out the trailer for it. Woody Harrelson and Kiefer Sutherland in the Cowboy Way. There's a few other recognizable people in here. Dylan McDermott, who looks like he's going to play a really bad guy in here, and then Ernie Hudson. It's basically about these cowboys. They're rodeo cowboys, and I want to say they're from New Mexico. And they try to find their friend who goes missing in New York City, and the friend is Cuban, and his daughter is like smuggled into the U.S. from Cuba, and he goes there to get her, and they haven't heard from him in a while, so they go to investigate, and There's like, kind of like a smuggling thing going on, and, Dylan McDermott is behind everything, and they face off against him. The trailer looks like it's gonna be wild and crazy and ridiculous. They're running around on horses in New York City and, lassoing people and all kinds of, crazy stuff going on. Cowboys in New York City, fish out of water for sure. So again, this one looks like it's gonna be a fun time. And I like the cast a lot, especially Woody Harrelson and Kiefer Sutherland. Let me know what your favorite Kiefer Sutherland movie is, and let me know what your favorite Woody Harrelson movie is. Let me know what your favorite Western is, your favorite cowboy movie. So there you go. Those are the 6 pickups, all from MillCreek, 5 Blu-rays and 1 DVD. Let me know if you've seen these movies and what you think of them, and let me know which one of these is your favorite as well. Leave me those comments down below. And I hope everybody's doing well. Take care.